Welcome to week 11. Okay, so we should be in our first set of reshoots for your short film. So last week was all about kind of putting out that first shoot, whether it was rough or not, we got her done. That was the goal of the week, right? So this week is about finessing and starting to fine tune what you actually want this thing to look like, sound like. If you, in watching yourself, realize that some of your acting choices wanted to be adjusted to support story. This is the week to start playing around with that. You'll also be tossing in any feedback that you may receive from me. If I think you should be course correcting in terms of the direction that your piece is headed, or any feedback that I have, let's go ahead and fold that in as well, right? So obviously, you're going to be reviewing all the notes, and then you're going to be rehearsing those adjustments with your scene partner if you have one. If you're by yourself, please make sure that you are in full rehearsal mode before you start shooting. So whatever you're sending in this week should start to have a more polished feel to it. So you're going to continue to tweak your locations, props, framing, and shots, right? So again, this is about if your first shoot, you found that your location was less than ideal, you're going to adjust that. If you need any props in order to support story, or if you had a prop and it didn't work and you're switching it out, you're doing that. You're going to be playing with framing this week, right? So we talked about this in week 9, but you should be thinking about how the framing is supporting story. In other words, if you're starting kind of in a medium close-up, let's say hypothetically, and it starts getting really intense, you may want to do an entire take of your piece in a close-up, or even an extreme close-up, which is just basically eyes, where we're really getting into that, what we call a kiss or kill shot. Kiss meaning it's the most intimate shot in the piece, or kill meaning it's the threatening moment in the scene. Either way, it's about where like the ultimate stakes are in the scene. So it's ultimately up to you, because this is your piece, but you want to have all of these options open to you. So again, we want that establishing wide. If you're with a scene partner, getting an over the shoulder shot, maybe even a 2-shot. You might want to play with a 2-shot, getting that close up on you, medium close up, maybe even a medium shot. Play around with it, okay? You should have learned some things from your first shoot, and now you're kind of tweaking. Perfect. You're going to label that self-tape as it's listed in this assignment, and then you are going to submit that via a YouTube unlisted link before the due date. As always, and you can take a look at this in the module, you're going to be following all of kind of the standards of what it takes to do a good self-tape. So we've got the listening and responding, focusing on your reader. You're going to be making sure that you're in that correct tone for the piece, et cetera, et cetera. It's all there for you. If you want to just kind of create a checklist for yourself and make sure that you're crossing your T's and dotting your I's, that might be a good idea. All right, so that is your one assignment for this week. And for your attendance check-in, let's do this. Tell me where you find your inspiration. In life in general, where do you tend to find inspiration? Is it in music? Is it in books? Is it from a mentor? Is it from nature? It can be from any place. There are so many different ways to gain inspiration, and it usually surprises me where I find inspiration. I mean, I have kind of go-to sources, but tell me where you find your inspiration. All right, thank you so much. Have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.